Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dance Canvas Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Hala Modelmog, President and CEO of the Woodruff Arts Center.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you, and welcome to the 2024 Mayor's State of the City Business Address. I'm Hala Modelmog, President and CEO of the Woodruff Arts Center, home to three of Atlanta's most beloved cultural institutions, the High Museum of Art, the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, and the Alliance Theater, and you're in the hall of the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra. So you're each here this morning because you care deeply about your community, about Atlanta, and because you care deeply about the challenges that we face as a collective and the path we're taking together to build a better, brighter future for all as a part of our beautiful city. And I'm so grateful that the Woodruff Arts Center is a part of that work. And I want to extend a thank you to the Coca-Cola Company and the foundation at the Coca-Cola Company and and UPS for their continued support of the Woodruff Arts Center. It's really remarkable. And I see so many of our friends and supporters in the audience, and we are very grateful for each of you. The Woodruff Arts Center is proud to call Atlanta and the state of Georgia our home, and today we want to recognize the incredible work Mayor Andre Dickens and his administration began 3 years ago to move Atlanta forward. And before we continue with the program, I want to recognize some of our guests here today. I'd like to extend a warm welcome to today's host, James Quincy, Chairman and CEO of the Coca-Cola Company. And Carol Tomei, CEO at UPS. Yep. And Carol is also the chair of Atlanta Committee for Progress. And I think we all know these are two rock stars in our community. And I appreciate everything you guys have done, not only for us, but for everyone else. So I also want to just recognize very quickly the Atlanta City Council and the Mayor's Cabinet, city and county and state elected officials, members of the Atlanta Judiciary and Consular Corps, and all of our city's entrepreneurs and business and communities leaders. So welcome. Thank you for being with us this morning, and enjoy the program.
Please stand for the presentation of the flags by the Honor Guard of the Atlanta Fire Rescue Department. The Pledge of Allegiance and National Anthem will be performed by Justin Griffin, a 12th grade student at the Lovett School and a member of the Atlanta Symphony Orchestra's Talent Development Program.
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. This morning's invocation will be delivered by Rabbi Peter Berg of the Temple, followed by remarks by Carol Tomei, Chief Executive Officer of UPS and Chair of the Atlanta Committee for Progress.
Good morning. We turn to you, O God, in deepest gratitude and heartfelt prayer for our beloved city of Atlanta. On this exciting day of reaffirmation of our city's ideals and unity, and of personal avowal and sacred obligation by our friend, the distinguished Mayor Andre Dickens, in your name. A true story. 3 sons left home, went out on their own, and proposed getting back together. They discussed the gifts they were able to give to their elderly mother. The first said, "I built a big house for our mother." The second said, "I sent her a Mercedes with a driver." The third smiled and said, "I've got you both beat." Do you remember how Mama enjoys reading from the Bible? And do you know that she can't see very well? So I sent her a remarkable parrot that recites the entire Bible. It took the elders of the congregation 12 years to teach him. He's one of a kind. Mama just has to name the chapter and the verse, and the parrot recites it. Soon after, Mom sent the letters of thanks to her children. "David," she wrote, "the house you built is huge. I live in only one room, but I have to clean the entire house." "Saul," she wrote, "I am too old to travel. I stay most of the time at home, and I never use the Mercedes, besides the driver's rude." "Dearest Erwin," she wrote to her third son, "you have the good sense to know exactly what your mother likes. The chicken was delicious." This moment of our prayer, as we celebrate our business achievements, offers us the opportunity to appreciate what God does give to us. God doesn't ask what kind of car you drive, but will ask how many people you drove who did not have transportation. God won't ask the square footage of your house, but will ask how many people you welcomed into your home. God won't ask about your social status, but will ask what kind of class you displayed. God won't ask how many promotions you received, but will ask if you promoted others. God won't ask how many friends you have, but will ask how many people to whom you have been a real and true friend. God won't ask about the color of your skin, but will ask about the content of your character. God won't ask how many times your deeds matched your words, but will ask how many times they did not. Eternal God, as we celebrate today our mayor, our city, and our business community, let us appreciate all that God has given us. Let us be grateful to live in a time and place that respects the diversity of all people. Eternal God of all, help us to retain attitudes that are positive, lives that are purposeful. Help us to pursue life and liberty and happiness, not only for us, but for all of God's children. Help us to be enriched by diversity, to remain one and indivisible, liberated and honest. Help us to convert our convictions into conduct and commitment, to narrow the gap between our principles and our practices, between our aspirations and our actions. Help us, O God, to turn to you and to each other for comfort from the grief that burdens the spirit, and help us to be inspired by the God of the universe who wants all of us to live in peace. Amen.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Carol Tomei, CEO of UPS and Chair of the Atlanta Committee for Progress. I'm happy to be here this morning and so honored to represent the more than 40 members of the Atlanta Committee for Progress. We are a group of CEOs, university presidents, and civic leaders who for over 20 years have supported Atlanta's mayors. Today, we salute Mayor Andre Dickens for his leadership and all he's doing to make Atlanta a safer place to work, live, and play, and the best place to raise a child. You know, a year ago at this meeting, the mayor announced 2023 as the year of the youth, and the business community, well, we responded. At UPS, we hired 300 young people last year for summer jobs. We made $1 million contribution to the United Negro College Fund. We supported students at the Atlanta University Center, and we made $1 million contribution to At Youth Promise. You know, I've been in this job for nearly 4 years, and what I've learned is that CEOs are no longer CEOs of companies. We are CEOs of community. And I believe in the mayor's mantra that Atlanta is a group project. We all have a role to play in supporting the mayor's key initiatives of revitalizing neighborhoods, reducing homelessness, making housing more affordable, developing our workforce, and of course, fueling entrepreneurship. You see, it's good for business. Last year, UPS invested in the Russell Innovation Center for Entrepreneurship. We touched about 250 small and medium-sized businesses. And guess what happened? They started shipping with us. Investing in our community is good for business. All of us together have an opportunity to make Atlanta the best place to live, to work, and to thrive for generations to come. Atlanta is a group project. And Mayor Dickens, we salute you and we stand with you as you move our city forward. Thank you.
For Mayor Andre Dickens, the old notion that there were two Atlantas was unacceptable, and that building a city for the future and creating opportunities for everyone.
Mayor Dickens is wonderful about setting a vision, executing a plan, and moving forward to implement it. So when we think about economic development and economic investment in this city, it truly is a group project between civic, government, business, philanthropy, in order to make our community strong.
But strength takes unity. And that's why when outside forces tried to separate Buckhead from Atlanta, the mayor reached out to community leaders directly.
The Buckhead Coalition believes that it is really important to have a strong, trusting relationship with the city administration. And so we have gone out of our way to be available to the mayor, and the mayor has gone out of his way to be available to us. And we believe that we have forged a really good partnership where we can be honest with each other and talk about the things that we can work on together.
And one of those things is investing in Atlanta's young people through campaigns like the mayor's Year of the Youth initiative, which provides well-paying jobs, safe activities like midnight basketball, bank accounts for APS students, and the resources for financial literacy.
I know the youth looking up to us, so we want to give back to the youth. That's one of our big goals.
19-year-old Makai Wilson has worked as a water boy for years on the streets of Atlanta, but now, along with 19-year-old Sergio Tate, the two have become entrepreneurs with an LLC called Water Boys in the Hood, a result of the city's public-private partnerships.
Now it's better that we pushing our own brand, and then we got our own clothing right now, so it's better that we pushing our own brands.
And for Mayor Dickens, success stories like this create a stronger foundation for the next one.
And he also understands the power of credit scores. He wants this city to be a 700 credit score city. You've never seen a riot in a 700 credit score neighborhood in your entire life, because they don't riot, they go shopping. All of our problems are in 500 credit score neighborhoods in this country. He doesn't want any of those anymore.
But Mayor Dickens has also embraced Atlanta's legacy residents, like Betty Barnes, who's lived in her home for more than 60 years, even after it fell into disrepair.
My house was the ugliest house on this street. I'm not kidding y'all.
But now, thanks to the city's home rehabilitation program, her home is as pretty as the day she bought it.
And thanks to Mayor Andre Dickens, he provided all the necessary funds for a senior to live safe in our home.
And because legacy residents like Ms. Barnes invested a lifetime in Atlanta, it's only fair that they share in the city's bounty, now that that investment is paying off for everyone.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Reverend Dr. Doc Hollingsworth, Senior Pastor, 2nd Ponce de Leon Baptist Church, who will offer a prayer for our city, followed by the Morehouse College Theater Ensemble with a spoken word performance.
Let's pray together. Holy God, who has carried us from the days of the phoenix to this good day, we offer back our gratitude. We give thanks that in March of 2024, we live in this city under the leadership of this mayor and in the bustle and vibrancy of all that Atlanta offers. It is a good day to live and work and play in Atlanta. And so we gather in gratitude and celebration. And yet we confess that we have some work to do. In a city once billed as a city too busy to hate, we've seen some ugly signs of new growth. Racial tensions simmer. Some of your children still sleep under bridges because we have not cared enough. Political partisans are plotting new ways to smear and hurt neighbors who vote differently. Anti-Semitic hate is growing more frequent and more intense. Too many kids are hungry when they get on the school bus. So forgive us. Forgive us for failing to repair what is ours to do. We have not lived into the fullness of your hope for us. So impress on us new ways that we can come together to heal in your name what hurts us. We don't need to be too busy to hate. We need to be healed of our selfishness and bound in community. We need to be redeemed of our hate. May it be so. On this day, gathered in this one room is the answer to what we need, if only we might hear and heed your call to care and to do. In this room, we represent corporate wealth, city decision makers, leadership that has changed the Atlanta skyline. In your grace and guidance, we can change things again. So call our diversity together to bigger dreams, more compassionate systems, and a unified citizenry. We offer thanks for our mayor and pray you will continue to bless him with wise judgment, strength for the task, and compassionate vision. We give thanks that he has led us not only to build technology, but also at Promise Youth Centers, that he doesn't just repair potholes, but he's trying to repair a housing crisis. Bless his compassionate vision for our city and give us the courage to join him in all efforts that build us up. Bless this city with healing and hope. Bless Atlanta with a moral clarity that is as tall as her skyline. Bless us with generosity and compassion. Our Atlanta ancestors envisioned a beloved community. So bless us with vibrancy and vision. Bless us with unified diversity. Bless the city of Atlanta with abundant measures of your grace, so that we might soon realize that beloved community that our ancestors prayed for. Lord, hear our prayer. Amen.
Living just enough for the city I'm living. Just enough for the city I'm living. Hey, just Man, where you headed?
Going to ball at the rec.
Bruh, it's like midnight.
The city started these midnight basketball games. I'd rather be hooping than standing around here bored out of my mind.
You headed there now?
Yeah, you should come with. They even have this gooder pop-up grocery store outside. Get you something to eat while you riding that bench.
I ain't the one, bro. I ain't the one now.
Midnight after midnight, Ben finds sanctuary on the court, partaking in his favorite sport.
You see that shot?
He makes friends who aren't raking up sins, but trying to make dividends the right way.
All net.
Trying hard to stay out of the way, so he plays.
You can't guard me.
And plays.
What you got, huh? What you got?
All the way till summer when he experiences how hard work pays.
Hi, my name's Ben Mays.
And pays.
I signed up for the Atlanta Summer Youth Employment Program.
We have jobs in construction and education and food and beverage and other vocational fields.
But how much is paying?
The pay is around $17.50 an hour, but we want this to be more than just a job.
If it ain't a job, then what is it?
An opportunity.
To do what?
Learn, grow, become a man.
I am a man.
If you say so.
I say so, all right.
Well, with this opportunity, you'll learn to solve problems, manage your time, and be a part of a team.
But I did all that during the midnight ball games.
You also have a chance to be a part of entrepreneurship modules.
Well, wait, like an entrepreneur?
Yep.
At my own business?
Exactly.
I like that.
Ben liked this idea of having a business of his own, that when he got himself into the zone, he got a grant from the city, something like a forgivable loan, and he honed his sales pitch.
Good morning. My name's Ben Mays.
Fueled by ideas of getting rich.
Do you have a minute for me to share this business that I want to talk to you about?
The ATL gave him that much needed support.
Do you have a minute?
And he took to the hoop.
Thank you.
Like he did with his favorite sport. Money, 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 money. Hey. Money. Money, 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 money. Money. Using resources that the ATL gave him presented a way out, and his pockets grew stout.
No doubt.
But then the recession hit.
Wait a minute.
People lost their homes,
what's going on?
Their jobs, and their families. Your rent's past due by 3 months.
Business has been slow.
I don't care. You got to go.
Man, go where?
Somewhere that isn't here.
Where am I going to sleep, though?
Somewhere that isn't here. Try getting a job.
You got to have an address to get a job, man. You kicking me out.
Well, the city got this place called The Melody. It's a rapid housing community built out of shipping containers. Try there. Ben hit the concrete with a few possessions he had. He wasn't down, wasn't depressed, wasn't hopeless, wasn't mad. The ATL had been there for him before. And there it was again, handing him keys to his own front door.
Wow, this is nice. I mean, got a bed, refrigerator, microwave, TV, bathroom with a shower. How long can I stay?
However long you need.
I thought I overheard someone talking about these workforce development opportunities. You know about that?
Yeah, all you got to do is sign up.
Sign up where?
Did you see that woman about 3 doors down?
See her? Who could miss her?
Well, she'll be headed down there tomorrow. See if she lets you tag along. Ben introduced himself to his new neighbor.
Hey, my name's Ben Mays.
He was kind, polite.
I live right down there.
They hit it off immediately.
The manager said that maybe I could go with you to one of those workforce development classes.
She had the same story. She had walked the same path.
Sometimes you gotta lose everything to find everything.
They shared dreams, conversations, and laughs. Go into the chapel and we're gonna get married.
Man, I used to play midnight ball games on this court. Now here we are playing pickleball. All right, honey. Let's show them what we got.
I think we were the ones that showed you a thing or two.
Man, I'm finna send you home crying.
And I'm gonna send you down to Spelman to your granddaughter because she got 2 shoulders for you to cry on.
Whatever, man. Just serve.
From midnight ball on the court to playing the pickleball sport, Ben had built himself a family and a life. He had a knockdown or two, but he had a helping hand to guide him through. Sometimes we all fail, so it's good to have a friend
like the good old ATL.
Please welcome James Quincy, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the Coca-Cola Company.
Good morning, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the program as much as I have so far. And thank you for joining me this morning with my colleagues here, many of them from the Coca-Cola Company, Coca-Cola United, and of course, the Coca-Cola Foundation. We're here for the 2024 State of the City Business Breakfast. This annual gathering, it's really important. Atlanta, one of the nation's best cities to live and work in, continues to prosper. We have great restaurants, several now awarded Michelin stars. Go and try them out. We have beautiful outdoor spaces, some of my favorites like the Beltline, Piedmont Park. And we also have world-class sporting venues. And of course, right here, access to the arts, which brings people together. This one, the Woodruff's Arts Center, all of this comes together in a fantastic opportunity for the arts. But we're here today to celebrate the progress and the positive impact Mayor Andre Dickens has had and his team is making here in Atlanta. Atlanta and the Coca-Cola Company have a rich history together. It's where we were founded 138 years ago in 1886. And of course, a lot has changed since then, but also much has also remained the same. You could say we've both evolved and grown together while also investing in what makes Atlanta and Coca-Cola great people. We're proud of the history we've shared, and we're excited to continue to be an active partner of the city and Mayor Dickens as he leads Atlanta towards a better future. Now, before he comes to the podium, I'd just like to say a few words about the progress the mayor and his administration have helped the city to achieve in the last few years. The mayor has had a very clear vision: make Atlanta one of the best cities in the United States to raise a family, get an education, start a business, and grow a career. He and his administration have taken action on some of the city's most pressing issues and areas of opportunity, including improving workforce development efforts, providing more affordable housing, and addressing hunger and food insecurity across the city. The Coca-Cola Company and the Coca-Cola Foundation are proud to work closely with the city to support these efforts. This morning, I'm pleased to announce the Coca-Cola Foundation has contributed more than $7 million to the following organizations: the Urban League of Greater Atlanta, the Goodwill Industries of North Georgia, the West Side Future Fund, and the Atlanta Community Bank. And thank you. Now, something that's also close to my heart, we're excited to officially be welcoming the U.S. Soccer and National Training Center to Metro Atlanta. In the run-up to the FIFA World Cup. Good stuff. And the Coca-Cola Foundation is proud to support U.S. Soccer Federation's youth and workforce development program, A Journey to a Better Life. This is going to be great. Now, we believe all these investments are going to help continue to move Atlanta forward. In closing, I want to thank the mayor and his administration for the leadership of our city. So before he comes to the stage, let's watch a short video. Thank you.
For Mayor Andre Dickens, the workday is all day because the city of Atlanta is an economic engine that doesn't stop. That means neither does the leadership that drives it.
Mayor Dickens has been an excellent leader. He is data-driven, he is thoughtful in his approach and execution, and he allows us to be an extension of that and carry that to our teams as well.
Atlanta under Mayor Dickens is in the best financial position it has ever been in, with record high funds and a AA+ credit rating that allows the city to attract and retain the best employees.
The city offers wonderful benefits to our employees. retirement benefits, healthcare benefits, and we have to be competitive in a very strong job market.
There are also innovative programs like the Mayor's Institute of Professional Development, where employees enhance their skills while helping the city accelerate efficiency and save taxpayers millions of dollars.
And what we try to do is hone in on hard and soft skills for employees to cross-train them to be able to assist with operational efficiencies and use it as a career development tool for the employees.
But the mayor also wants to provide residents with the same opportunities to excel in the job market, especially with Atlanta's growing role as a tech hub and incubator.
Atlanta has a long legacy of supporting and creating entrepreneurs, and we want to continue in that legacy where we encourage and enable any Atlanta resident and make sure that they have access to the resources and pathways to build a company or a technology that could change the world.
I'll come over in a second.
These kids at the Thomasville Recreation Center are doing much more than playing video games, because this is job training. The kids are gaining computer literacy that will evolve into digital skill sets and close the equity gap that keeps many young people out of one of the most lucrative industries in America.
We're teaching students about, again, game development, game design, broadcast production, organizational management, and entrepreneurship.
Atlanta has made headlines for its commitment to making communities safer. Violent crime is way down, with numbers that are among the best in the nation. And with the new Public Safety Training Center nearing completion, first responders won't have to lease spaces anymore to train in the hallways or practice driving fire trucks on other departments' courses.
The mayor's initiative of putting public safety first has been pivotal in moving Atlanta Fire Rescue forward along with the city. We've ordered millions of dollars worth of fire equipment. We've enhanced our EMS service by opening an EMS station, as well as we're on track to replace 5 stations within the next 2 years.
Atlanta is a city where no one gets left behind, including our most vulnerable residents. That's why the mayor made opening the Melody, the city's inaugural rapid housing community, a top priority.
Oh my, it's a different world. This is actually a community of folks out on the street. It's a question of survival. Here, the stress level is almost non-existent compared to what it is out there.
The facility in downtown Atlanta is changing lives and getting people out of tents under bridges.
My most hardest days were in the wheelchair, being cold out there, almost got frostbite, got my toes cut off and things, and here I am. I'm living a dream. It's really, really a dream.
And in a city where dreams come true, no one should ever feel left out.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand to your feet and give a rousing round of applause for Andre Dickens, the 61st mayor of the city of Atlanta.
Yeah! Okay! Hush. Let's go! In the club with my homies, trying to get a little VI, we're down on the low key. She know how it feels. I saw the shorty, she was checking up on me. From the game, she was spitting in my ear. You would think that she know me. Decided to cheat. Conversation got heavy. She had me feeling like she's ready to blow. Watch out!
All right. Way to get this morning started with some Usher. Good morning, Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and fellow Atlantans, let us pause to recognize everyone gathered here today. You could have been anywhere this morning, but you chose to be here, and I am deeply grateful for your presence. To James Quincy and all those here from Coca-Cola, and to Carol Tomei and the dedicated members of the Atlanta Committee for Progress, and to Hala Madomag and the Woodruff Arts Center. Please all stand so that we can thank you for hosting us today. Thank you all. To Atlanta City Council President Doug Shipman and all of my esteemed colleagues on the Atlanta City Council, would you all please stand? Thank you. Your support is the cornerstone of our collective progress, and I really do extend my heartfelt appreciation to each of you council members. To Congresswoman Nakima Williams and our federal partners, I extend my heartfelt gratitude for your unwavering commitment to our city as well. Would you please stand? Thank you. Where's Congresswoman Williams? And to all of the members of our state legislature who are here today, and while he was not also able to make it, Governor Kemp, we have become a model for state and local collaboration. And I thank you all for your participation as well. Give our state leaders a round of applause. And can all other elected officials please stand? Our county commissioners, our other mayors and city council members from around the region, if you could, please stand. Thank you. And sheriffs. I see some clerks and school board members. Thank you all for your support and collaboration as we grow our region. And to my tireless cabinet members and senior leadership team, your dedication and expertise are the bedrock of my administration. Would all of you please stand? Thank you. I'm blessed, y'all. I'm blessed to have a diverse and talented group of people on my team, and I cannot do this job without you. I am ever mindful of the legacy of leadership that has paved the way for me. So I want to recognize my predecessors and mentors, Ambassador Andrew Young, Mayor Bill Campbell, Mayor Shirley Franklin, and yes, give them a round of applause, including former First Ladies Valerie Jackson and Sandra Massell. Please give them a round of applause. Carolyn Young, your guidance and your encouragement continue to inspire me on this journey. And so this year, we celebrate the 50th anniversary of Mayor Maynard Jackson's inauguration. Yes, you can clap for that. Mayor Maynard Jackson will forever be remembered for the world's busiest airport and for his visionary leadership that set the precedent for an inclusive, progressive, and bold governance that remains intact today. I would like to acknowledge the family of Maynard Jackson who are here today. Thank you for being with us. Would you please stand? Maynard's legacy will live on throughout many areas of our city, but especially so in the establishment of the neighborhood planning unit system. The NPU system is also celebrating its 50th anniversary, and we have invited the current NPU leaders here today. To the NPU leaders here on stage with me, would you please stand? Thank you all for your service to the city of Atlanta and the neighborhoods that you all represent. Now, I must also acknowledge the unwavering support of my family and my friends, especially my mother, Sylvia, and my sister, Mia, and my daughter, who's supposed to be getting ready to go to class right now. Your steadfast encouragement fuels my passion for this work every single day. Give my family a round of applause, y'all. So as we gather here today to reflect on our achievements and chart the path forward for Atlanta, let me be clear. The state of our city is strong. It's strong, and I want to tell you why it's strong. The services we provide our residents are the foundation of why we are here. An efficient and effective government is part of my vision of successful governance. In my first 2 years as mayor, we've made significant strides across numerous fronts, but our work is far from over, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But let's look back at some of our wins for the citizens of this great city. A lot of what we've accomplished, you've already heard about. You've seen it on the news and in social media, and it can be found in our annual report. But I only got a short period of time today, and our successes have been plentiful that we couldn't possibly cover it all now, so I'll highlight a few. First and foremost, we have a strong AA+ credit rating and the highest fund balance in our city's history. Our Moving Atlanta Forward infrastructure bonds were recognized as the Southeast's Deals of the Year. Invest Atlanta distributed $9 million in grants and loans to thousands of small businesses. And get this, 93% of these businesses were women or minority owned. We are on our way to 5,000 acres of parkland after a historic land purchases through the Green Space Advisory Council. We are a model employer and recognized for the 10th time as one of the best and brightest companies to work for in the nation. Now get this, we've filled more than 23,000 potholes. What you say, Shirley? Pothole posse? We paved miles and miles of roadway, including critical streets like DeKalb Avenue, Cascade, and West Paces Ferry, just to name a few. We've removed nearly 6,000 tons of illegally dumped debris and trash. We've added more than 19,000 LED street lights, and each of these endeavors has contributed to a cleaner, safer, and more vibrant Atlanta. An Atlanta we can all be proud of. And people are taking notice. According to the US Census, our population is nearing an all-time high of more than 500,000 residents and over 6 million in the Atlanta metro area. And as the chairman of the Atlanta Regional Commission, I am proud to say we are now the 6th largest metro area in America. All of these things are a testament to our city's forward momentum, a momentum built on choosing what's best for our Atlanta. When I came into office, people from downtown, Buckhead, and the South Side, they told me they were afraid to shop, afraid to go out to eat, or to visit the city's parks. And that was something we needed to fix. We've made tremendous strides in public safety, with major crimes against people down by over 15% and homicides down by 21% in 2023 in Atlanta. Lives have literally been saved because of this work. A reduction in violent crime means people are feeling safe enough in their city to move about and live their lives, to live in peace, and to enjoy all that Atlanta has to offer. Atlanta is and Atlanta will be one safe city. This progress came about over the past 2 years with the focus not just on policing, but on various non-policing efforts that are all a part of the group project. So while kudos are of course due to Atlanta Police Department, let's also recognize ATL DOT for Light Up the Night, our nightlife division for making our bars and nightclubs safer, the Mayor's Office of Violence Reduction for our parks and recs, midnight basketball, nonprofits, churches, businesses, and everyone who rolled up their sleeves and said, I want to help, and refused to accept anything less than a safe and thriving Atlanta. In addition, we announced the creation of the Diversion Center, which is set to open in this year. And I'm also pleased to introduce the CARES Unit, the Community Assistance Responders Unit. These unarmed responders are dedicated to promptly addressing non-emergency service calls like directing traffic and non-injury accidents. Not every incident requires a sworn officer to be on the scene. And this unit will allow more time for APD to keep violent criminals, illegal guns, and drugs off of our streets. Creating a safer city doesn't happen without providing top-notch training to those who've chosen a life of service, like the EMTs who respond to medical emergencies, or the 911 operator who takes calls when you're dealing with an active shooter situation like we did in Midtown last year. And despite some of the distractions, the Public Safety Training Center has made significant progress and is on schedule to open before the end of this year. We must also remember the Atlanta Fire and Rescue Department will also train there. Let's take a moment to recognize their work. Our firefighters responded to over 85,000 emergencies throughout the city. And just last month, AFRD celebrated the opening of EMS Station 37 on Campbellton Road and Fire Station 36 on Fairburn Road in Southwest Atlanta. Up next, we're replacing 5 fire stations, from one on Benjamin E. Mays to another on Howell Mill to another on Fairburn Road and many others. And so will the Atlanta firefighters, the heroic Atlanta firefighters who evacuated 50 people from the La Vista Walk apartments, if you could, please stand and be recognized. These brave public servants were in the right place at the right time and showed up while leaving another scene before the 911 call came in. I want to thank them for their service and their ability to rapidly respond and keep our residents safe. Also, we're here with APD Officer Maurice Chandler. If you could, please stand, Maurice Chandler. He was a resident in the building, and he lost everything because he was working to help evacuate the building also. He demonstrated his oath of office to protect people. He put service over self. Let's give Officer Maurice Chandler a round of applause. Thank you. At last year's State of the City, I came down the aisle with several young students from various schools across Atlanta, and we included the Atlanta Drum Academy, and we enthusiastically rolled out the Year of the Youth, and now it is a national model across the United States. More than 5,000 young people, between the ages of 14 and 24 gain valuable work experience and life skills during our summer youth employment program. On average, participants earn more than $17 per hour in internships and apprenticeships across the city. Last year, we raised $4 million in scholarships at the Mayor's Ball. We also invested $1.5 million in 32 youth organizations and signed up over 700 mentors. Together, with many of you in this room, we raised and invested more than $20 million in early childhood education. We've seen real results from this work. And with our partners at APS, Atlanta Public Schools, our graduation rate is the highest in our city's history. But much of that applause goes to our superintendent, our principals, our teachers, and our youth, but it should also go to our partners who are here today. So our partners, I want you to stand up. Stand up if you hired someone through the year of the youth. Stand up if you mentored someone last year. Stand up if you did it. Y'all ain't standing up. Yeah, stand up if you hired somebody. Stand up if you mentored someone. Stand up if you're a member of a nonprofit that was a grant recipient. Stand up if you donated to the Year of the Youth. Well, all of our partners in the Year of the Youth, please stand up. Because of you, we served more than 30,000 youth last year. This shows that Atlanta truly is a group project, everybody. Thank you for that partnership. Next time I ask y'all to stand up and y'all did something, just I want to remind you that my goal is to make Atlanta the best place in the nation to raise a child. That's my why. That's why I do this work. And so that's why we're going to make every year the Year of the Youth. All right? Every year is the Year of the Youth, Year of the Youth in Atlanta. We said we were going to do a thing, and we did that thing. Imagine what we can do if we channel this energy every single year. So what does that mean for this year? In A Tale of Two Cities, Charles Dickens, the other famous Dickens, Charles Dickens gives us one of the most notable lines in literature. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. While many people in Atlanta reveled in the remarkable progress of our city, not everyone has been able to join in the prosperity. The old notion that there are two Atlantas is unacceptable. And the focus of my administration is to help level the playing field and provide equity where investment simply did not exist before. Atlanta only reaches its full potential and becomes a city of opportunity for all when we have a network of safe, healthy, and thriving neighborhoods. Neighborhoods are the very fabric of our city, but some of our neighborhoods have suffered through a cycle of disinvestment for the last several generations. So we're going to work with the Atlanta City Council to allocate funding to revitalize our neighborhoods. This includes funds for affordable housing, blight reduction, health, education, green space, public infrastructure, and other essential services into these neighborhoods. We can and we must invest deeply in our people, because in our increasingly interconnected world, it is undeniable that what happens in your neighborhood impacts mine. And the foundation of this change starts with housing. If you know me, affordable housing is my love language. We break ground or we cut a ribbon on affordable housing development sometimes 3 times in a single week. The folks who need affordable housing are your teachers, your police, and firefighters, your barista that pours your coffee, or our senior citizens. These are our neighbors who simply can't afford a $400,000 home. When it comes to affordable housing, our commitment in Atlanta has never been stronger. And with the help of public, private, and nonprofit partners just like you, we're well on our way to accomplishing our goal, with over 9,000 units of housing already built, funded, or currently under development throughout the city of Atlanta. One of the most exciting, we can clap for 9,000. It's more than one. So one of the most exciting of these projects is the redevelopment of 2 Peachtree, which will provide 200 units of affordable housing and is easily accessible to public transit. This mixed-use space helps breathe new life into downtown Atlanta. Within 2 Peachtree, we've established the Housing Help Center, a one-stop shop that offers invaluable support and guidance on affordable housing options and provides help for families facing eviction. But we're not stopping there. Through our affordable housing strike force, we've advanced 40 public land sites for affordable housing development, including the former Bowen Homes public housing site. And we're also working to preserve housing through programs like Weatherize to reduce energy burdens, the owner-occupied rehab program for essential home repairs, and ensuring our legacy residents are staying in place by expanding our anti-displacement tax fund program. Together, we will hit our goal of 20,000 units of affordable housing together. Last year, we tragically lost dozens of our neighbors living on the streets of Atlanta. Homelessness should never be a death sentence. And I want to put a face to the issue of homelessness. Could my friend George please come out? As George comes out, George graciously told me his story when we met. And he's allowed me to now share it with you. George did all the right things. George had a steady job as a truck driver. He worked hard. He kept up with his license. And he was able to make ends meet. But then George suffered multiple strokes that left him unable to work and with no place to call home. He became homeless and he needed some help. And it was for people like George that we sprang into action. We jumped at an opportunity to acquire some shipping containers. And within 4 months, those containers were converted into 40 units of housing that we call the Melody. And I'm thrilled to say that George now has a key to a place in a dignified community and a place to call home as one of the first residents of the Melody. Thank you, George. And guess what, y'all? We're not done yet. We're gonna have some more melodies across the city of Atlanta. I've personally visited those that are living in tents and encampments. We've taken compassionate actions to close many of these encampments, ensuring the safety and well-being of our unsheltered population. We also broke ground on the Ralph David House, that will provide over 50 units of affordable housing for previously unhoused residents. And through our LIFT housing effort, we've permanently rehoused close to 2,000 households in the past year alone. This has been some of the hardest work that my team has had to do. It's hard work, but it's also hard work. In Atlanta, we will make homelessness rare, brief, and non-reoccurring in this city. Now, I've said a whole lot about some of the things that we have done since the last State of the City. So let's talk about some new developments. For years, the Forest Cove apartment complex was a source of blight and human suffering for the Thomasville Heights community. Right after taking office, we moved quickly to relocate nearly 200 families from Forest Cove to safe, quality housing. We are committed to enacting the community-driven redevelopment plan for Thomasville Heights, which lays out a blueprint for a vibrant, inclusive, and thriving neighborhood, and ensuring every former Forest Cove resident has the opportunity to return to their neighborhood to reap the benefits of its rebirth. And just last week, we officially began the demolition of Forest Cove, paving the way for a brighter future for this neighborhood. Every family in Atlanta deserves access to fresh, healthy food. And we've been working to bring grocery stores to eliminate food deserts, especially on the South Side. But when we reached out to traditional grocery stores, they told us they couldn't make a profit, so they wouldn't be coming. We even offered incentives, but still no takers. Well, that's just not good enough. If these corporations aren't willing to invest in our communities, then we'll do it ourselves. I'm excited to announce that we're going to roll up our sleeves and open a market on the South Side to bring fresh food directly to those who need it the most right now. That's our goal. That's our promise. So now, I want you to close your eyes. Y'all didn't stand, so y'all ain't gonna close your eyes, I know, but I want you to close your eyes and imagine a place where housing is affordable, commercial office spaces are reasonable, new retail is thriving, and public transit is accessible. Now, act like you're opening your eyes. Just as Ponce City Market was a catalyst for the revitalization of its neighborhood, we now want to replicate that success. That's exactly what we're going to do with the redevelopment project called Murphy Crossing. To make even more of an impact, today, I'm announcing that we are going to build a brand new MARTA rail station at Murphy Crossing. But it gets even better. This new station not only brings rail access to Murphy Crossing, it will, for the very first time, connect MARTA rail to the Beltline. Investments like Murphy Crossing and high-capacity transit on Campbellton Road will ensure that residents on the south side will have access to the best that Atlanta has to offer. And we're not going to stop there. To create healthy, thriving neighborhoods, we must build a transportation system that is accessible to residents across the entire city. Our current MARTA rail system is underutilized, in part because we don't have enough stations located where residents need it the most. So in addition, I'm announcing today that we're partnering with MARTA to build 3 additional infill stations throughout the city of Atlanta. A better, more accessible rail system is key to Atlanta's future. And I am committed to ensuring that Atlanta residents have access to quality transportation that they deserve. Now, you know that I have a soft spot in my heart for our young at heart residents, our senior citizens. Where are my folks at? I have a few of our seniors that's going to be coming out here in a second. These are some special folks that are up here on the stage with me, y'all. These folks here are our medal-winning senior Olympians. Give them a round of applause. Now, I know these folks, and I've known them since I was a city council person and probably before that. They tell me all the time that they've been asking for a dedicated home, a recreation center just for our seniors that should have a fitness club, a restaurant, a place for arts and crafts, and a place for a variety of activities. Well, I'm happy to say that your wish will be granted. The John A. White Golf and Senior Center will break ground this summer. Thank y'all so much. I'm so excited. I still get invited though, right? It's dedicated, but I'm coming to hang out with y'all. For creatives, we're opening a new performing arts space in the West End, named after our very own poet laureate, Pearl Clegg, and her husband, Zarin Burnett. Will you both please come out? I'm gonna let them get all their applause in. The Pearl Clegg and Zarin Burnett Center for Culture and Creativity is set to open by the end of this year. Thank you both for your collective investment to our city. Thank you. And you all should know by now that FIFA World Cup is coming in 2026. This will result in a huge economic boom for the city. Over the course of the 8 matches that we'll host here in Atlanta, when FIFA comes, we'll ensure that the economic impact is spread throughout our region. And we're committed to maximizing opportunities for all. I assure you that FIFA won't happen to Atlanta, but with Atlanta. And we can point to examples of the hurt caused when things happen to Atlanta. When it was built, the downtown connector destroyed communities, and it has left the heart of Atlanta divided for decades. But if you haven't already heard, we're going to fix that. We are stitching Atlanta back together, representing the largest award in the history of this region. Atlanta received $157 million from the Biden-Harris bipartisan infrastructure law for the Stitch. The Stitch will cap the downtown connector with a new park, transportation improvements, increased affordable housing, and bring vibrancy to downtown. Most importantly, the Stitch will bring two halves of the city back together. So in closing, this morning's program has been a testament to the unique stories of Atlantans. The people sharing the stage with me, they represent dozens of unique stories and experiences. They represent why I'm standing on this stage today and why I'm so passionate about this city. Why we work tirelessly towards a future where Atlanta truly is a city of opportunity for all. But let's focus for a moment on that word, all. There's a lot of weight in that word. And I've spent a lot of time thinking about what we mean when we say all. As I mentioned earlier, Atlanta is growing. This means our work to remove inequities, to revitalize our neighborhoods, and create opportunities for all is getting harder. My all includes everyone without exception, everyone. The people who couldn't take off work today to come hear me talk, the small business owner who is opening their business right now as we speak, the mother working 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet, our city employees who pick up the trash, pave the roads, save lives, a young person looking for a brighter future, people with visible or invisible disabilities who are also critical to the success of our city. That's who I'm thinking about when I say opportunity for all. I want every Atlantan to be proud of the neighborhood that they call home. Because if you're not proud of the community you live in, how can you be proud of your city? My administration has proven that we will go first, we will go often, but we can't go far alone. We are all a part of the group project, from the business leaders to the nonprofits, from the pastors to the mentors. We need to continue to make investments in Atlanta. This year, we will continue to invest in our neighborhoods. We will continue to build affordable housing. We will continue to fight blight. We will continue to protect our legacy residents. We will continue to fix potholes and sidewalks. We will continue to invest in public safety and in transportation. We will make our communities a place that residents can be proud of, from the south side to the north side, the east side to the west side, for our seniors, minorities, women, and youth. Let's close the tale of 2 cities in Atlanta. Let's move Atlanta forward. May God bless you, and may God bless the city of Atlanta.
A-Town down. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Hush, hush, hush. Let's go. Let's go. In the club with my homies, trying to get a little VI. Keep it down on the low key. You know how it is.
Please welcome Imam Pliman T. El Amin from the Atlanta Masjid of Al-Islam, followed by Joshua Williams, the Symphony's Zeist Foundation Fellowship Chair, who will perform Bach, Cello Suite No. 2, Prelude. Joshua is an Atlanta Symphony Orchestra Talent Development Program graduate and holds a bachelor's degree from the Juilliard School.
Mr. Mayor's wonderful address. We are excited, we are energized, and we are proud of this city, and we are proud of you, and we are grateful. Let us pray. Oh God, most gracious, most merciful creator, sustainer, and nourisher of everything that exists. The worlds we know and the worlds we are yet to know, and the worlds we may never know. We come before you, O God, this morning, conscious and in awe of you and this universe and this reality that you have created, and conscious of this wonderful city. We call upon you by various names, while our hearts and souls know that you are one and the same, too great to be fully comprehended and too merciful to remain unknown. We ask you, O God, that you continue to bless this city as it strives to become the beloved community where we are never too busy to love, never too busy to share, never too busy to care, never too busy to appreciate one another. Bless our Mayor, Andre Dickens, to continue to lead and inspire each of us and all of us to do our best in this city and for this city, to do our best to transform poverty into well-being, to transform greed into community investment, to transform sickness into health, fear into hope, anger into empathy, and despair into enthusiasm. Oh God, strengthen our mayor and his staff and each of us and all of us with vision, commitment, energy, patience to serve our best community aspirations and potential. Bless us to collaborate with one another and to inspire our brothers and sisters, our citizens, to collaborate and engage across ethnicities, cultures, faiths, genders, neighborhoods, and histories with compassion, with care, with understanding and appreciation. Now, God, we ask that you help our mayor and help us to protect our elderly, to inspire and guide our young, to empower the good and the decent. Help us to expand and illuminate the ever-rising spirit of vitality and goodness of the soul of this city and of the souls who live here. This blessed city on the hill. Help us to continue to strive to become the beloved community. Now we pray that our entrance has been by the gate of truth and honor, and now make our exit by the gate of truth and honor. To you, O God, belongs the praise. To you belong the glory, and you have power over all things. We pray that you hear our prayers, hear our prayers, hear our prayers, and continue to bless this city and this mayor. Amen.
This concludes the City of Atlanta State of the City Business Address. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.